Hey yo, what's going on, my liquid creatives? Welcome to another episode of Liquid Era, where we are forever dope, forever creative, and forever breaking the box, touching on multiple topics catered to my millennials. I am, of course, your host, Dee Brady, and I am still quarantined with my parents. So if you hear noise and stuff going on in the background, it's them being Jamaican. So yeah, there's legit a TV in the living room and a TV in the kitchen, and my mom will have both on at the same time on the same channel, and I'm just like, I don't know why that makes sense, but it's partially my fault because I dead ass could have and should have recorded this podcast a couple days ago when no one was in the house. But as I said before, I've been developing Liquid Era, and with that comes with dishing out consistent content. And sometimes I'm just like, what the hell am I going to talk about today? I know this month was supposed to be dedicated to Women's History Month, and we've been keeping that going. But to be completely transparent, the interviews that I've had to that I've tried to solidify, and even if it was solidified, yes, it was there, but it fell through, and this was before the whole corona pandemic. Like, I literally tried to have interviews for every Tuesday of this month prior, and due to either other people's schedules or having to be cleared to be able to discuss their jobs and everything like that. um it just was either taking too long or just like it just fell through, period. So I just had to just keep it pushing, but I will always keep up a backup plan. You already know me. Um, and I will always, like I said, I will always keep Liquid Air pushing. I genuinely believe in it and I know what it will be. So I know down the line I'm manifesting that I won't even have to reach out for interviews. It'll just come. And until that time comes, I'm just gonna keep working at it as much as I can from the ground up. So I made a post the other day where I thank the Liquid Era followers now because you guys are literally a part of the process and getting to see not only Liquid Era grow, but you're getting to see me grow as a person as each episode happens. I really am enjoying having to listen back to previous episodes, even if it was a couple months ago, and just seeing my growth and where I was. I know exactly where I was at the time, mental space, physically, and all that. Um, mentally, physically, and all that at the time that I recorded my past episodes. So I cannot wait for down the line when we have like 5,000 followers and all this other shit like that. And I could be like, damn, like I'm actually growing Liquid Era, and Liquid Era sounds totally different, or some things haven't changed. So I just want to thank you guys again. And as this season is coming to a close, I again want to thank every one of you who have posted Liquid Era, shared my playlist or post, followed, and engaged. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And with that being said, let's get right into this episode. So the effects of quarantine is really coming down. I don't know if you guys are seeing it on social media, but I'm noticing a lot of like hostility coming out. Like, I don't know if it's because y'all are like stuck in the house too long, so you just don't know, you're going crazy in your mind or what, but the arguments and the drama has been popping off. I've seen a few drama and a few battles going on. Not even like drama in the battles, but more so drama between like YouTubers and celebrities, and just arguments between other people as well. And it's just mind-boggling. I even had an argument here and there with a couple other people, and it's just like, well, not really arguments. I had one argument, but that's another story time for another day. But I had another argument, but I had a debate about celebrities, like Jay-Z and P. Diddy and those hierarchy celebrities that we look up to, our Black celebrities that we look up to, actually donating. And one of the guys that I was debating with was pretty much like, well, let me start from square one. Somebody tweeted on Twitter, obviously, that they posted up a picture from the Rock Nation brunch of Jay-Z, DJ Khaled, P. Diddy, the hierarchy, like I said. And they were like, where are these billionaires with their money pretty much to donate? And it really aggravated me because I hate that we as a Black community depend on our Black hierarchy in the entertainment world to continuously save us. And I'm not saying like you shouldn't, you know, bring that awareness up or question it, but at the same time, just because not everything has a press release on it doesn't mean they're not doing anything. And let's be real, when somebody does do something, it's either it's not always positive because we as humans aren't always satisfied with what we have or what we get. We always move on to the next thing. So, how many they could bring like a million jobs into this world? They can do a whole bunch of things, sit down with Trump, do this and that, and people will still find some type of fault with it. So, I just had that type of issue, as in we continuously ask for the bare minimum or expect the bare minimum. And I think we should look deeper into it as to what we actually need and who we should be actually asking for and what we should be doing on our account as well. And just not just depending on these billionaires' pockets. Because I mean, yes, we see things that Rihanna is doing. And had Rihanna Foundation not posted that uh Jay-Z donated $2 million for the essential workers on the front line to actually have their things that they need in order to continue working and be safe. We would have never known because there's no press release. Jay-Z is not coming out on social media like, hey, I donated $2 million. Hey, this and that, or doing no video, sitting down in his nice mansion or whatever, doing these type of things, saying, hey, I did this. I think we should still see these people as human beings, because a lot of us human beings really rushed to the store and went ahead and bought out mad toilet paper, mad water, and all the stuff like that. But we didn't share with anyone else. We made sure that our household was completely fine and everyone is for themselves. Like literally, older people was going out there late or sending their family members out there and couldn't get anything. And it's just like, y'all just, okay, oh well, didn't care. You didn't care about the essential workers when you guys were causing a whole bunch of ruckus in these stores at all. But yet you were turning around and making it seem like these celebrities are selfish because they haven't donated their $1 million or something like that. $1 million is only a drop in the water to them, but I know to us it's a lot. But at the same time, it's more to it, y'all. It's more to it. So I just encourage y'all to not just depend on their pockets and actually do your part as well. Y'all are buying out all these masks and things like that, and you in your house 24 hours every day of the week. You don't need a mask, but yet you're keeping other essential workers from getting masks that are in the front lines. You know what I'm saying? Like those type of things we need to be worried about as well, not just what's in Jay-Z's pocket and if he's donating or not. And when he does donate, you still have a problem. Kylie Jenner or Kim Kardashian, they, even though they're not Black, but they will donate. It's not like they haven't done anything. They've donated and those type of things. And people will still be like, they shouldn't be having that much money anyways. Like, what? Like, let's be real about it. Let's be real. So honestly, I'm glad that, these celebrities and their friends are stepping up to the plate and doing what needs to be done. But again, I'm not expecting anything from those pockets, and more so trying to put effort into doing what I need to do with my little money. So, also moving forward with celebrities, I've been seeing a lot of these IG lives, the marketing plan. I see it in motion, and I think it's very clever, but some things need to be put on hold. So, as y'all saw, Tory Lanez have like these quarantine um these quarantine IG lives. Boozy has them, and then also you've seen the battle between like Sean Garrett and The Dream, Boy Wonder and Hit Boy, Jonte Austin and Neo. Like these IG live battles have been keeping me entertained for these past couple weeks. And some of them I can live without. Some of them were the greatest ever. You get to see these battles that you probably won't ever see in person for free. And I'm literally enjoying it. And I think this us being quarantined not only has a negative fault to it, which is the whole drama and everything that I was talking about before, but the positive of it. I feel like it's forcing people to be more creative and really show, even if it's for the benefit of them and their marketing and, selling their albums and all that shit like that or whatever, or putting themselves on the map. I really feel like now is the time it really shows the creativity, and you really have to always have a backup plan just in case something go wrong, it's like this. So I think it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. And I can't wait to see what else goes on that we can honestly just be amazed and wow. And I'm honestly waiting for Soldier Boy to pop up and I'm waiting for Soldier Boy to pop up and do something amazing, because y'all know he is actually the originator of putting like MySpace out there in the open, Facebook and FaceTiming. And listen, Soldier Boy is the GOAT. But that's my opinion. But yeah. I really want to get into also one of the main effects of quarantine, which I pretty much, I guess, touched on with, frontline workers and essential workers, is losing jobs during this predicament versus being an essential worker. So I've seen many people write on Twitter that they have lost their jobs. And for some, actually, they are happy that they are no longer working at their jobs. And it makes me question what happens after you've experienced a goal that wasn't cracked up to be. I said this before, but us being humans, we're never fully satisfied. We always want more. But this predicament revealed the politics and the circumstances of these jobs, which actually makes people want to work for themselves. So I seen a few tweets that was just like, well, I lost my job, but I'm not upset about it. And I thought about when I lost my job. And not saying that I wasn't upset, because that is a job in your career. It's not like I'm talking about people who actually is in a career in intimate business or just any business. You know, when you lose a job and you still have to like try to be in that career, especially entertainment, it's hard. It's not kind of, it is hard. But due to certain circumstances, it's like, all right, like I understand it's going to be a little bit difficult for a couple months or whatever or so, maybe a few weeks, but I ain't going to lie. Like the circumstances that I was under at my previous job, I just know God was like, you can do better. And I'm going to erase you or move you from this predicament and move you to a better predicament, but I just need you to be a seed right now before you bloom into a flower, you know? And I've been seeing that a lot lately. A lot of these jobs, they'll probably be like, oh, well, you can leave, but you won't get any pay or something like that, or make them want to work extra for the same amount of money that they're like, when they deserve more. Or also, my mom is a nurse, and obviously she's an essential worker. And these hospitals really are not keeping sanitary, or they want you to be around these coronavirus patients and you're reusing the same mask. You guys are not trying to order any new masks. You're not trying to put them in a safe predicament. Like those type of things will make you go crazy. And so now I understand that, we need money and everything like that. But the problem with working from home or looking for a job online during these times is having discipline versus just knowing when you should relax or not. And I think that's the most thing that we're battling with right now. I know that's one of the things that I'm battling it right now. I've been online every day for more hours than I should, half for entertainment, half for work and looking at opportunities. And I almost feel like I'm more guilty having more downtime because I'm just so used to always having something to do in a certain time frame. Usually the work hour was from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. So between those time frames, I'm working, texting here and there. I might have a little break or something like that. But now that I'm working at home, you're really creating your own work schedule. I mean, you could work on that same work schedule, but let's be real. When you home in the comfort of your home and you in your bed and you just want to sleep, like right now, I'm recording this in my bed. So it's difficult because you have to discipline yourself to keep going and keep providing content. And actually, you're not working for anybody else, you're working for yourself. So maybe it can be easier, but who knows? To each their own. So it wasn't until I spoke to my dad and he was like, yo, your face is always in either your phone or your computer. Why don't you just relax for a while? Talk to me face to face, something different. And in my head, I'm like, sir, my bank account is telling me otherwise. Like, please, I need to keep it pushing. But keeping it pushing really can drive you crazy mentally. So I decided that I'm going to try to time out my days and fix my own schedule to kind of be like the schedule that I used to be on at my old job. So maybe from 10 to 5 p.m., those are my working time. I'm going to take a break between those times or whatever, but that's my working time to go ahead and share out some emails. I don't know, clean in the morning time, um, plan out liquid era content, those type of things between that time of 10 to 5. And then maybe on the weekends I'll keep it that, those are my days off or something like that. This way, even though I'm not physically working where I usually work, I'm still working towards something that will help me after all of this madness is done, you know. So, for the month of April, I will be taking a short hiatus on the podcast. I will be adding more content, organizing Liquid Era, and continuously mentally disciplining myself. So I've been going strong for 3 months now, every Tuesday. And even though I've been doing it continuously, and then I guess I make it look easy, it is not, because throughout these 3 months, it's crazy. As soon as I release Liquid Era, it's just, well, not when I released Liquid Era, before I released Liquid Era, I was already going through it personally, um, just all over the place. And I just need this time right now in April to just get myself together and pretty much reorganize and get a clear direction again on Liquid Era and where it's supposed to be, you know? And after speaking to my father and just him saying alone, like, okay, your phone, you always in it, the computer, you always in it. And it's just like, it really made me think of my priorities. And for 3 months straight. Like I said, consistency on finding topics and everything like that to talk about. It's a lot. It's a lot. And I give it up to the podcasters out there who consistently do it, every month without really taking a break throughout the year. I definitely shout out to y'all. But for me, these 3 months has been crazy, crazy. And I really need April to be my month of some type of peace and just really focusing on myself. And I notice when I'm getting a little bit drained, and I know when I'm getting a little bit out of it, because it's like I'm forcing myself out of my laziness to do it. And I hate that, because when I do that, the content isn't as strong as it should be. I like to be focused. I like to know exactly what I'm doing and where I'm going with it. So I'm not going to be gone. I'm most likely won't be gone for the whole month of April, but I will say that I am going to be this next upcoming Tuesday. I won't be uploading an episode, but I will continuously keep on reposting on a Liquid Era Instagram constantly. I'm trying to tweet more on Liquid Era Twitter as well, and keeping up with the times and just continuously keeping that emotion, so that you guys will forever have that type of content. But as far as the podcast episode, these next couple weeks will kind of be radio silent. Now, I do want to, like I said, add more content, and the content that I do want to add onto Liquid Era is more visuals. So I want to put Liquid Era onto YouTube and gather up the content, and the content that I have in mind may need, well, it's not may, it is going to need a studio or a nice little setup, and I am going to need participants. And so I kind of do have some participants that I am going to use, but obviously, with this corona situation, that is going to be put on hold for a little bit. So, but I have some things in mind, and with me just having a clear mind, y'all gonna thank me later on, because I'm very creative and I like to be out of the box. But in order to be out of the box and creative, you gotta have a clear mind, clear mental space, and just, yeah, you know? So I'm trying to keep pushing, and I am doing really good. And like I said, again, y'all been rocking with me for these past 3 months, and I genuinely enjoy it, because this podcast is becoming more like therapy to me. And the more I work on it, the more it's just something I'm enjoying, because it's my platform and I make the rules, so I'm working for myself. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this short podcast episode, and make sure you guys email Liquid Era with your thoughts or plans of what you are doing during this quarantine. How are you planning to get ready for April, which is tomorrow, and building your content? How are you dealing with the difficulties of working at home and balancing out relaxation, since you are working in your relaxation bubble already? Go ahead and email me at liquidera6@gmail.com. That's liquid error, how it's spelled, with the number 6 at gmail.com. And I really am working from the ground up to grow Liquid Era. So be sure to follow Liquid Era on IG at liquid_era, is how it's spelled. And you can also follow me on my personal IG. That's @_D Brady. And of course, like I said, when I come back though, y'all are gonna like, when I come back, I cannot wait. Y'all gonna love it. All right. More topics, more breaking the box, more content. I cannot wait. So make sure you guys rate and subscribe this podcast, and I genuinely appreciate it. Until next time, guys. Bye.